What's up everybody, Cursing Mushroom here, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. So I've got this awesome build I've been practicing with for the past few days, trying to tweak it just right so I could share it with you guys, and I think I've accomplished something great here. So we're going to talk about this Void build here that involves the Claws of Ahamkara. Now, this build is pretty sweet, so let's get into it. So in the Voidwalker selection, you're going to choose Attunement of Chaos, the top skill tree. Okay, I choose the Burst Glide for that strong initial burst of speed so I can be fast, but you can choose whichever jump you prefer. Now I use mostly Healing Rift and Empowering Rift in the engagements that matter, such as Callus and stuff like that. Now on the grenade, this is all solely your choice, but I do prefer the Vortex Grenade. You also have the Axion Bolt or the Scatter Grenade. The Scatter Grenade is good for large clusters of smaller enemies. Now, the reason I'm choosing this particular skill tree with these gloves is, let me read this off to you and then we'll explain a little bit more. So, Entropic Pull. Strike an enemy with this melee ability to drain your enemy's life force and use it to recharge your grenade. Chaos Accelerant. Draw power from your super to overcharge your grenade and making it deadlier and more effective. Bloom. Void ability kills cause enemies to explode. And Cataclysm. Nova Bomb travels slowly and seeks enemies. Detonations shatter into smaller seeker projectiles. Fire weapon at the Nova Bomb to detonate it early. Now, let's talk about the armor here and the reason why I decided to use the top skill tree with this and not the bottom Devour skill tree. So, the Claws of Ahamkara, okay, what they're going to do for you is they're going to give you an additional melee charge. Well, why is that relevant, Cursing Mushroom? Well, I'll tell you why. So what happens is when you melee an enemy with the top skill tree, you get half of your grenade energy back. So having two of those, you could initially have your grenade pretty much at will if you have your melee abilities charged. So you throw your grenade, you melee, you get half back, and then you melee again. But in moments where you're not really needing your grenade, you just melee a target and you already are halfway there to having your grenade fully charged. So this is really good in terms of keeping your grenades at the ready and your melees at the ready as well. And since you're getting Bloom with this skill tree, pretty much everything your grenade or melee and kill it with blows up and can damage other targets. The same as with your Nova Bomb. It's awesome. I love Bloom. I've always liked it since D1. So what I'm using for the actual mods is I'm using a Void Grenade mod on the helmet. I'm using a Void Melee mod on the gauntlets. I'm using a Void Class Ability mod for my Rift on the chest piece. I'm using a Void Melee mod for my boots, and then on my Warlock Bond, I am using a Void Grenade. Now, obviously, I'm using a mobility of 8, a resilience of 0, and a recovery of 5. Honestly, I say with this, use what suits you best. I do really enjoy the mobility on a Warlock since the changes with strafing, jump height, and walk speed. I know it's not a big deal, but with the Warlock, when you jump, it's so slow that mobility seems to, if not help, make you feel like it's helping, if you know what I mean. Kind of like a mind thing. And I rock my Hunter at max mobility and been trying to get my Titan up a little bit higher on mobility as well, so I can be used to strafing really quickly. Now, the only thing that's going to be able to heal you on this build is your Rift, so be mindful of that, or actually just regeneration. And so that's why I tried to bump that recovery up and just leave the resilience at 0. This is mostly a PvE build, but it is great for PvP as well because you can lock down corridors with the Vortex Grenade if you want to, and you can overcharge it to not lock down really big areas as well. So keep that in mind. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the gameplay. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to play some music, and you guys can sit back, relax, and enjoy it. With that being said, guys, I hope you have a great afternoon, morning, day, or night, wherever you may be. As usual, Cursing Mushroom out.
We wait for the monsoon. The perfect storm will come soon. The water is rising higher as we turn towards the sky. Naked and breathing, your mouth so close, I feel